Hello everyone, this is Tim Rice, and today's coaching or video message is corrupt people are bad people. When I was a kid, my mother and father would always tell me what were good people and what were bad people. I grew up in the rough, tough streets of Detroit, Michigan, the east side. And as I grew up, my father would always monitor my friends and who I spent time with. And some of my friends that I really liked, he wouldn't let me spend time with them because he knew that their character was not good. So as I got older, my father wasn't as hard on me. And so I was able to spend time with the friends that I wanted to spend time with. And because of the way he raised me, he had confidence in me and believed in me. And as I started to spend time with people, I started to meet guys that were thieves. I started to meet guys that told lies. I started to meet guys that wanted to be pimps. I started to meet guys that were part of gangs. And all these people that I was meeting, I had to make a choice and a decision of who I wanted to spend my time with. And at the core, what I can tell you is that these people, when they behave this way, the likelihood of them changing is almost never. So why am I talking to you about bad people? You know, everybody can resonate and connect with what I'm saying because all of our parents have done that. But when you look at what we depend on, our governments, politics, religion, school, everything, the core of it is corrupt. Why is it corrupt? Well, who runs these things? People. People. Corrupt governments are ran by bad people. People that make poor decisions. Thieves. Prostitutes. Pimps. Liars. That's what builds corruption. Everybody on every continent can listen to this if they understand English and understand that if they do a little bit of history, that in the past governments have done things that were corrupt. You think they just stopped? So you think your childhood friend that was a thief stopped being a thief? So you think that a government is going to stop being corrupt when it was corrupt once before? And this isn't just people that speak English that have governments that operate under the English language. This is for every single government on the face of this earth. It is corrupt. And in every country, we've had people that fought for our civil rights. If you're an American, then you know the name Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, Marcus Garvey, Rosa Parks, and the list just goes on and on and on. And these people fought for our civil rights. And at the core, every last one of them were blasphemed, murdered, or killed because all they wanted to do was help and make humanity better. But at the core, corruption ruins humanity because there's no humility in corruption. And my point is, bad people do bad things. So if I wanted to extend, let's say, Martin Luther King's message, I would have a dream and he would come to me in my dream and say, Tim, because we have the internet, tell people to focus more on independence. Because Tim, I died trying to help people to unite. I mean, for God's sake, our president, Kennedy, came on national TV in a speech and told you about secret societies. And we didn't listen to him. Our own president did that. And that speech got him killed. Gandhi, Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, all fought for our civil rights. And I think that if I was sitting at a table with all these people, they would tell me to use this platform on the internet and tell people to transcend indoctrination, to not depend on government. We need government, the structure of it, as a foundation, and to leverage it to be better people. And in each country, it's different. And yes, in countries like Europe and America, you have a better chance at leveraging the government and having a life that you can live and have greener pastures, so to speak. But no matter where you are in life, no matter where you live, it's not about a place. It's about the content of your character. You see, indoctrination makes you believe things, and we think that things give us value. But what gives you value is the content of your character, is your level of consciousness. And you have to understand that happiness and peace and love comes from within. But through indoctrination, because it is an ego-based system, it makes you think that your value and your quality is based on something that you own. You see, it irritates and motivates and promotes your ego. That's what this system that we depend on does. But if you create a system that helps you to gravitate towards your nature. And at our nature, we want to be happy. We want peace. We want family. And it is the ego that wants things, that seeks value in something. But the spirit seeks value in humility for humanity. And so this message is nothing more than don't depend on corrupt governments, because they're going to continue doing corrupt things. They don't stop. So everything that you're witnessing right now with this crisis is nothing more than corruption. They don't stop. The same principles that your parents taught you about hanging out and giving your energy to bad people is the same principles that you need to use when it comes to depending on government and everything that it offers you, to its financial system, to its educational system, to its religious systems, and everything. So at your core, I'm telling you to be interdependent, to be self-governed, be your president, be your governor, be your mayor, be love, be peace. In this world of chaos, be an element of peace. And you have to educate yourself. Understand that everything you feel that is frustrating you, that is challenging you, that is a problem, is nothing more than a lack of information. It's nothing more than your own ignorance or stupidity. And I know when you use these words, people get irritated. But if you're angry about something, it's because you don't understand, which is nothing more, it's just ignorance. And we all have that. I challenge myself every day. I retired 9 years ago. And for the last 12 years, I've been doing nothing but research on how to extend my heroes. Martin Luther King, Marcus Garvey, Kennedy, Malcolm X. And what I'm telling you are words that I think that they would do differently, because they gave their lives and they didn't understand the power of indoctrination, of how it keeps people enslaved. And so once again, as in my other videos, I hope that I struck a nerve. And this message I want to give you is that if it doesn't sound right, use your gut and try to connect the dots to understand what this world really is and what it's trying to teach you and what you're doing. You don't need clear, concise evidence and details. Look at the end result, and it'll tell you everything. And use that end result, leverage it, and just take time to live your best life. Allow government to function as it does. You can't change it, and if you do, pow. You don't believe me? Ask our heroes that have been assassinated, all for the good of humanity and to create humility and equality. Humility and equality starts with one person at a time, and it starts with you taking responsibility. You see, indoctrination makes us to develop a victim's mentality where we look to something outside of us to help us. But I know that my heroes want me to give you a message to tell you to dig deep inside and exercise your intuition and your consciousness and create and develop a goal and a plan and try to live your best life, and let government and everything along those lines and the agendas of people in higher places, let them do what they want to do. You still have an opportunity to live your best life. If we don't unite, we're wasting our time. And they have really put everything in place so that we don't unite. And that's what this population control is all about. That's what us being in a house is all about. They're just doing what they want to do, creating laws and rules that's just making life harder for us to live. Taking away our rights as human beings. It's all about war. It's all about control. It's all about manipulation. That's what man does. A person on the street, your friend, that's not a good friend, he'll lie, he'll cheat. But people in high places, they create wars. They kill people. And this is what you're witnessing, corruption at its worst. And so I'm telling you, as your brother, as your cousin, as your father, as your friend, that I love you. And all I want you to do is be able to use your consciousness, exercise your intuition, your instincts, and use your energy to create and develop and design the life that you dream to live within the chaos. The chaos is always going to be there. Government has been corrupt before I was born. It's corrupt now. And when I'm gone, it's going to continue being corrupt. And the powers of indoctrination are so powerful that no one has ever been able to transcend it on a high level and really change humanity and have humility in humanity. I hope this message resonated and connected with you. And remember, it's about personal government, self-government. It's about you giving back to what gave you life. It's about the grace of the universe, or what some people call God. He gave you energy to use it to make this world a better place. Government does not make this world a better place. It's a few people at the top that are destroying us. And all we're doing is talking about it. But I challenge you to get away from indoctrination, because it's about a victim's mentality. And I challenge you to take responsibility for your life and live the life of your dreams within this system. This is Tim Rice. Give me some comments down below and let me know what you think. And remember, I love you all. That's why I make these videos. You have a good day.